jonesing to
Let's raid.
get more of my mouth running away, but through my fingertips. Check it out.
Yes, sir. One second here.
As it goes,
This is one of the best podcasts, I believe, on the internet. Josh Slocum, Disaffected Podcast. I do not understand how this guy doesn't have 1 million subscribers. So let's listen in a little bit here, in case you've missed this.
along, I'm also taking all the content that's on there and it's going on to Patreon and to Subscribestar. For all of you who financially support this show, you get this content too. I'll just put it up there for
This
you.
guy is fantastic.
Because eventually I'm going to put up a paid subscription. Some of the stuff on Substack, you will have to pay for it to see it. But we are remembering those of you who've been with us and who are helping us pay for this. So check out Patreon and Subscribestar. There, I think you got 3 fresh articles as of
now. Just a brief discussion. Josh Slocum is the son of a single mother, right? Didn't have his dad involved, or at least not very much. And his mother was BPD, off the fucking rails, borderline. Now, whether you guys know it or not, if you're a man, you've dealt with BPD. It's fucking scary shit. It is beyond comprehension that you run into some woman somewhere, girl, whatever, you're dating, and you get these crazy symptoms. And you're like, wait, I think it's me. Must be something wrong with it. It's not you. There are people in this world that are mentally unstable. Now, borderline personality disorder tends to affect mostly females. So it's likely your ex-wife or your ex-girlfriend or your friend, there's a chance that these people were mentally ill. And I'm not saying that as a pejorative. I'm not saying anything about that. People who have these problems should have the access to getting help because they're not whole people. They're not living their lives very well. They're mentally ill. There's a lot of times men will say, wow, she's just feisty and she's whatever. You might have run into a BPD. You don't even know it. And it's fucking scary. Absolutely scary. But if you're not equipped for this, you don't know. Why would she be BPD? What does that mean? It's a bunch of words. Borderline personality disorder. On the border between psychosis and I think bipolar, but I'm not sure. Right on the edge. They're not psychotic, but they're not quite. This, I can tell you from experience, this is frightening. And these people need help. They need to get whatever aid they need to get this all worked out in their head. The problem with borderline is you can't generally just take a drug. You know, there's not some lithium or some other whatever. This is some really deeply embedded freaking insanity. This is a problem. Now, it comes from, unfortunately, a lot of these people were abused sexually, physically, otherwise, when they were children. And that gets embedded into their brain. Some kind of reaction, right? And it's difficult to get over this, as you can imagine. I mean, you're a child. There's some adult you believe to trust this adult, and they're doing horrible things to you. Borderline is not something you can work out yourself with the female or whoever you're involved with. This is not something for amateurs. This needs professional help. And that's what Josh Slocum is saying. It's like, hey, this is not a joke. This is not, she's in a bad mood once. This is serious. A serious mental illness. And that's why I love this channel. Aside, well, I mean, he's a charming man, but he's talking about these things, and I think people need to hear it. Because this is some scary shit. Okay, Josh, go ahead.
This morning or two, we were the first latchkey kid generation, and it sounds like you inherited a lot of that too. Okay, so back to number 3. Sustained eye contact is considered aggressive, rude, and simply not done. Here's Grace's explanation. This is an Eastern cultural value that millennials seem to have absorbed, partly out of shunning Western values as a general rule to live by, and partly out of social conditioning. It is always anticipated that only other millennials will want to speak to us. The unfortunate natural result of this is that millennials are often socially awkward due to only socializing with other millennials, mostly through text, to the point where talking to someone face to face is weird, especially if it's somehow not another millennial. I'm breaking in here. Yes, I'm so glad you see this. We older people are not making this up.
Yeah, I think you get the message. So the premiere is happening now, so enjoy it. Excellent podcast. Excellent information. So let's go through a few chats. SCE, hi, hamster's just feisty. Oh, yeah, well, you know. Thinking about getting some more beer. Chris Mitchell, the last thing they need is to be in charge of children. The recto. John Smith, hello. Steve Medea. New name, good to see you. Glad you came by. Hemi is here too. Son of a bitch. No way. All right, enjoy the podcast. I'm going to get some more beer, have something to eat, and go to bed. I will see you later. Thank you all. Bye-bye.